We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. What's going on, y'all? What is going on? You see my little setup? I like my lights. Yeah. Let's get into it. Yo, week 18 of the NFL season is slowly approaching, and there's a lot on the line for a couple teams. We got the Seahawks versus the 49ers for the division. We got the Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the division. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Ravens for the division. So we got 3 games this week coming up that has playoff implications, all for the division. 3. So let's rap about it. First game we're going to start with the Ravens and the Steelers. This is going to be a good one. But the problem is the Steelers are missing DK Metcalf, which is huge. And we saw why this past game, how much of an impact he is. And him not being there is a big problem. But on top of that, they don't got potentially, I know he was out this game with a hamstring, Calvin Austin. So he might be out too. So that's 2 of Aaron's weapons possibly out for this division game. On top of that, Darnell Washington is out for the season, so he's gone. So they're looking real slim right now. So depending on what the Ravens doing with Lamar and Huntley, and we don't know how that's going to play out, but I would have to give the edge to the Ravens. I'm rocking with the Ravens. Flock Nation, we here, man. We here. I'm rocking with the Ravens to beat the Steelers in Pittsburgh. They playing in Pittsburgh on Sunday, prime time, 8:20. Should be a good game, but I'm rocking with the Ravens that game. Y'all let me know who y'all think going pull that off. But I just think it's too much. I watched this last game against the Browns, and the Steelers had a chance to just close it out. They wouldn't be worried about playing no games next week. Well, they would have to play, but shit wouldn't have mattered. So, but now it matters, and once again, you gonna be without weapons. And we not gonna act like the Ravens defense ain't been playing pretty cool these last 5 to 7 weeks. Niggas been, laying the law. So I'm gonna have to rock with the Ravens on that one. Definitely going Ravens. We gonna see though. I'm interested to see if Lamar gonna play. And then they saying this game got a lot of implications for the head coaching. Like, people saying Mike Tomlin might be out of there if they lose. People are saying John Harbaugh might be up out of there if the Ravens lose. I don't know. I like both coaches, but this is just word around the league, So this is just not for the division. Motherfuckers might be coaching for their jobs too. So I don't know. Mike T been in Pittsburgh a little minute. I'm just saying. John Harbaugh too. That's gonna be a tough one. But hey, we'll see Sunday at 8:20, man. But I'm rocking with the flock. Y'all let me know in the comments who y'all think gonna win that game. Then we got Tampa Bay and the Panthers. Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield, Carolina, Bryce Young. That game is, where that game at? That game is in Tampa. So they might have nice weather, and they play at 4:30. So I'm going with the Panthers. NC, fuck with me. NC, fuck with me. Fuck with me, NC. I got ties. So I'm rocking with the Panthers. And I'm going to tell you why. First and foremost, Bryce Young's been playing a whole lot better. At the beginning of the season was kind of, but as it went along and they started to find their groove, they started to put something together. Ted McMillan is in the conversation for Rookie of the Year. He been balling. The defense been balling. And Tampa Bay, they hit a kind of a rough patch. We ain't gonna front. They might be 0-4 in their last 5 games. Yeah. Them niggas is 0-4 in their last 4 games. And Baker's hurt, and he's hurting his team. Baker's hurt. But instead of, fixing that situation, he's going out there and playing, and it's showing. They lost to the Saints, Falcons, and the Dolphins. And they lost to the Panthers just a couple weeks ago, 23-20. And yes, I do see the Panthers beating them again because I don't like how the Bucs is playing. They not showing me that they even deserve to be in the playoffs. I ain't even gonna cap to you. They don't deserve to be in the playoffs. Them niggas been playing like ass. Baker started off the season so hot. Pause. But he was tearing the league up. He was in MVP conversation. And then dude just fell off a cliff. He got hurt. I think it was that Rams game. He got hurt and ain't been the same since. They got 1 win since the Rams game, and that was against the Cardinals. Them niggas got 3 wins. So, come on. What are we really talking about? I'm rocking with the Panthers that game. I think they got the better defense and overall team right now, and they're playing better football going into Week 18. So I got to rock out with the Panthers. If y'all feel different, let me know. Let me know, and let me know why y'all think the Bucs is gonna win. Drop them answers in the comments. But we gotta move on to this. Ooh, that's gonna be a good game. And it come on Saturday. The Seahawks and the 49ers. And they already I seen some shit, the cornerback talking about how he ready. He talking about he about to shut JSN down. Let's do it. I like that talk. Especially with a match like this, 12-4 and 13-3. Ooh-wee. It's gonna be a heavyweight match right here. What y'all think? 49ers, Seahawks. And I'm not gonna lie, the 49ers have been playing real good football lately. Despite all the injuries they got, I don't know. I don't know. How are they doing it? Brock Purdy balling. They had so many injuries, but they done rallied together and they got a 12-4 record right now. 12-4 record. And they on a 6-game win streak. They balling right now. Brock Purdy came back. He said, hold my beer, y'all. He saw Mac Jones wilding. That's what it was. He said, wait a minute. This not about to be a me 2.0. He said, no. Let me get them keys back, my boy. He said, let me get them keys back, my boy. Good looks for holding it down for a little bit, but this is my theme, buddy. Hit the road, Jack. I'm back, you heard? Yeah, anyway, y'all. Anyway. But on the other hand, you got the Seahawks. Are sitting at 13-3 right now. Defense been balling out. Sam Darnold, he started off fairly hot, and then, he kind of sizzled down. A little bit, but even Seahawks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seahawks is on a 6-game win streak, y'all. Oh man, this game is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be a competitive defensive game. I don't see it being a shootout. This is gonna be a tough, competitive defensive game. Because just look at the first time they played. The first time they played was at the beginning of the year, 17-13. I'm expecting more of the same team, especially for the division. Those kind of games be tough. Them kind of division games be tough. So I'm expecting a tough defensive game, low scoring game. Somebody might win by 3 points. This might be a field goal type of game, man. And now I gotta pick. Oh man, this is kind of a tough one, y'all. This is kind of, because check it. They both on a 6-game win streak. Both on a 6-game win streak. It's not like one came in kind of, up and down. It's both been winning. And the Seahawks defense, look, 0 points to the Vikings, 9 points to the Falcons, 16 to the Colts. But then they gave up 37 to the Rams. But then 10 to the Panthers. You know what? Give me the Seahawks. Seahawks by 3. I'm calling it right here. Seahawks by 3. I'm going Seahawks, man. They get the division. So those are my 3. I'm going Ravens, Panthers, Seahawks. I think that's how it's going to shape up. That's how it's going to shape up. 3 great games, though, to look forward to. 3 great games to look forward to. And we got a couple other scenarios that's going down. Let's see. Let's see what's shaking. We got the Denver Broncos. They play the Chargers on Sunday. They can clinch the number 1 seed and home field advantage, right? If New England lost, oh yeah, that's not happening. I'm sorry. That's New England played Miami. That's not happening. They could wrap that up. Plus, they need a Jacksonville loss. That's definitely not happening. Both teams are tanking. So you might as well wrap that up. But that was just another scenario that's going down this week, week 18. Then you got the Houston Texans. How about them Houston Texans, though? Started off the season rocky, and now they done picked it up. What Drake say? Started from the bottom, now we here. Yeah, they done came a long way. And now they could clinch the AFC South with the win and Jacksonville. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's not happening. That's not happening. That's not happening. You heard? Sorry. But better luck next year. Then you got the Jags. The Jags can clinch the number one seed and home field advantage with a win, and Denver lost versus the Chargers. And, I'm sorry, New England's not losing to Miami. That's not happening. That's not happening. The Patriots got the easiest way to get the number one seed and home field advantage. Look, they got a win and a Denver loss versus Chargers. I could see that happening. Now, granted, the Chargers' offensive line, I don't know, is suspect. And the Broncos' defense is the top defense in the league for a reason. So, those are just some other scenarios going down this week, week 18. And then, of course, you got the tanking teams. You feel me? You got all the tanking teams that are probably going to lose in week 18, like the Raiders versus the Chiefs. Mind you, the Chiefs don't really got a quarterback, but the Raiders ain't winning because they are locked in the number one seed right now, and all roads lead to, is it Dante Moore? Is it Mendoza? Honestly, I don't care who it is. I'm not big on either one. And that's just my honest opinion. Y'all like them, cool. That's on you. It is what it is. Cardinals versus the Rams. The Cardinals are sitting pretty clean right now at the number 3 spot. They're not beating the Rams. The Commanders versus the Eagles. The Commanders are at 7th right now, right? But if the Browns beat the Bengals, which is very possible, because the Bengals is, they will move to 6th, and the Browns will go to 7th. And the Commanders really don't got no reason to win, so they'll probably be sitting at either 6th or 7th. I really see the Browns beating the Bengals this week because the Browns didn't have to play hard against the Steelers, but they came out and they balled out. Defense showed up, and you seen the results. So that just tells me that this team is still playing, and whether they playing for the coach or the quarterback, they still playing. That's all I'm saying. Neither here or there. Them boys still playing. So they could win that game and they'll move to the 7th spot. The Giants versus the Cowboys, that's another game. The Giants are at 2 right now. If they win, I think they'll go to like 4 or 5, something like that, because they base it off the strength of schedule. So, but do I see them beating Dallas? It's possible. It's a home game. And that's some Giants-like shit they would do. Win another unimportant game, just to build something. And I'm for it. I'm for it. All that tanking shit, man. Got our quarterback, so why not go out there and win? And like I said, the Titans and the Titans ain't beating the Jags. So the Jets definitely ain't beating the Bills. So the draft order is pretty much set in stone right now. And it looks like the Raiders will have the number 1 pick. Let's get into this right quick before I get out of here. What y'all think? What do y'all think the Raiders should do with that pick? Should they draft Mendoza, 1, Should they draft more? Or should they draft either or? Or should they trade out that number one spot, get some draft capital, and find a bridge quarterback, and then wait for the 2027 draft where you got Arch and a few, but the big name of the 2027 draft is going to be Arch. Do you do that? Because like I said, I'm not sold on Mendoza. I'm not sold on Moore. Them guys, Mendoza was at Cal. Like, to me, they haven't elevated any program. What program did they elevate? Because people talk about these prospects as if they were on teams and they elevated these teams and now everything is showing or everything is coming to fruition. Mendoza was at Cal. They weren't good. He left and went to Indiana, a team that was already undefeated. So he didn't elevate that team. Moore was at UCLA. They weren't good, up and down. Transferred to Oregon. He backed up Dillon Gabriel. Oregon went undefeated last year. So they didn't elevate these programs. But they sit here and they put out in the media how everything is this and they've elevated these and, well, we got eyes. I got eyes. So, I mean, it is what it is. But if I had to choose, I would probably go Dante Moore, only because he's a dual threat type of quarterback, you know, and that might go well with him and Ashton Genty. But the Raiders' problems are way deeper than the quarterback. That's why I say that's just like with the Browns. It's way deeper than the quarterback. You know, offensive line, wide receiver, those things matter. So fix those and you'll fix your problem. Get your QB and you'll fix your problem. I know one thing, the Browns got theirs. They just got to fix their problems. It's your boy, Lewski. I'm out of here. Until tomorrow, let's do it. Yeah.